Right, okay, so my name is Nathan and I have a Holden Cruze behind me that had air conditioning issues. It's a 2013 model. We're now 2017, so that makes it just over 3.5, almost 4 years old. Holden here in Australia only provide a 3-year warranty with their cars, unless you opt to pay extra for extended warranty. So, driving around in this car with no cold air in Queensland, we reach up to about 35, sometimes 40 degrees during our November and December. Can't deal with driving a car with no aircon. It's not feasible. So I approached Holden. They want to charge $185 just to inspect the car and diagnose what's wrong with the issue with the car. That's insane. And given the fact that it has no warranty, I can go to other specialists that deal with aircons on cars. There is a place in Brisbane, in Milton, called Mr. Cool, who is the company that I dealt with. They were very honest people when they were looking at my car, and the service that they provided fixed all my problems. So I'm going to show you just in a second what actually went wrong with this car. So if you have a Holden Cruze, or maybe some of the other Holdens, that may provide some helpful information with this video. So step one on this car was to hook some test gauges up on the test points. So there's one here on the Cruze and another one hidden just down here in the darkness. You can't see it. They tested the system and it was low on refrigerant. Surprise, surprise. So the next step is they look inside the car through the air vent, I believe, with a pinhole camera to see if they can find any leaks in the evaporator. So the evaporator is located inside the cabin of the car. You can see these two cold and hot pipes that are leading into the firewall of the car. That one's got some condensation on it because I had the car running a little bit. It's nice and cold now. So behind that is what they call evaporator, and to remove the evaporator from this car you need to remove the entire dash. It's a very crazy, intensive labor job. So remove all the dash, replace the evaporator. The evaporator's been replaced and I've got cold air. The system is tested and it's providing hot and cold air. It's amazing. And 3 days pass and now I've got hot air while I'm on the cold setting. So something else has gone wrong with this car. The box that I have just here behind me is a part from General Motors. It's, I believe, called a HVAC control box. It's got here case, ASM heater and aircon evaporator. So I believe the part is, what they told me, only worth about $100, not too much. And I have the one that they removed from my vehicle in this box. I'm going to show you what goes wrong with them. Okay, so this is the control box. There is no actual wiring to this, it's all just a mechanical turning system. So your car has a motor in it that turns this little wheel that opens and closes the hot and the cold valves. So to give you an idea, this bit here with my hands dingling, that's where the evaporator sits, and if I flip it up on here, that's where the hot and the cold air will come freely flowing, provided the the flaps are open in the correct direction. Okay, now because it's all just plastic, anything can happen with opening and closing these valves. And so you can see here the valves still open and close, however they have control arms which have snapped off. You can see the parts. I don't know if you can see it in the light there. Yeah, you can see that. There is actual snapped arms there, and without arms connecting to these flaps, they're just going to remain either shut or open depending on which position they're left in. So pretty crazy that a piece of plastic can snap in these and you have a huge expensive repair job ahead of you to replace it. Now, the guys that did the work on my car, they were very honest with me, and they said that they'll replace this box, the HVAC control box, and the system should be all good. They tested the system after replacing it all together, and it was only cooling down to around 11.9 degrees, I believe, which is not very cold. Aircon on the coldest setting should sit below 6 or 5 degrees, if not any colder. And once they tested the system and were wondering why it wasn't getting so cold, they were led to believe the compressor had been overworked and wasn't able to perform as good as what it used to. So these guys replaced the compressor, and now I have a brand new compressor that's, you'll be able to see it, the part sitting down there. It should provide me a long time. Not planning on getting rid of this car anytime soon. So we've got 3 main components of this aircon system that were replaced. The evaporator that's in the cabin of the vehicle, a compressor which is hidden below down there, and the control box. So if you are facing any aircon issues with your car, it may not just be a simple regas. Yeah, I hope you found this video helpful, and thanks for watching.